Have you ever wondered what it feels like? To disappear without dying? Not to be buried underground. Not to be forgotten by history, but to wake up every morning in the exact same concrete box, knowing you'll spend almost every hour of every day there. Welcome to ADX Florence, the most secure prison on earth, a place so isolated that some inmates call it a fate worse than death. But here's the unsettling question. Is the prison really made of concrete, or is it made of something far more powerful? A bed, a desk, a toilet, a narrow slit of a window? That's their world, day after day, year after year. But then something strange happens. After enough time, it's no longer the walls that imprison you, it's your own thoughts. Humans evolved to live together for thousands of years. Survival depended on conversation, touch, eye contact, and belonging. Take those away, and the brain begins to change. Former prisoners and psychologists have described how prolonged isolation can distort time itself. Days blur together, memories become uncertain. Some inmates reportedly begin talking to themselves, not because they've gone insane, but because silence becomes unbearable. Others describe hearing voices, seeing things that aren't there, or struggling to separate imagination from reality. Researchers have long documented that extended solitary confinement can increase the risk of anxiety, depression, hallucinations, and cognitive difficulties, although experiences vary from person to person. And this is the part almost nobody talks about. The guards don't have to break you. Time does. Imagine trying to remember what happened last Tuesday. Now imagine every Tuesday looks exactly the same. The same walls, the same meals, the same routine. Without change, the mind slowly loses its sense of time. Hours become days. Days become months. Months become years. Eventually, life isn't measured by memories, it's measured by repetition. But that wasn't the prison's most ingenious design. Look closely at the cell window. You can't see the outside world. Only a small slice of sky. It was built that way intentionally. Enough to remind you freedom exists. Never enough to experience it. It's a constant glimpse of a world you can never reach. A reminder, not an escape. And here's where everything changes. Most people believe prison is about locked doors. ADX Florence suggests something darker. Maybe freedom was never physical to begin with, because even outside prison, millions of people live inside routines they never question. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep, repeat. Same pattern. The prisoners of ADX are trapped by steel and concrete. Many of us are trapped by habits, fear, distraction, or lives we've stopped examining. One prison is visible, the other isn't. Maybe that's why ADX Florence fascinates us so much. It forces us to confront a question we'd rather avoid. How much isolation can a human mind endure before it starts changing? And more importantly, how many invisible prisons do we build for ourselves every single day? Because in the end, the world's highest security prison isn't terrifying because no one can escape it. It's terrifying because it reveals something about every human being. A prison doesn't always need bars. Sometimes all it needs is a mind with nowhere left to run,